We're good. Facebook Live's on everything here.
Yep, Facebook Live is set.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the Town of Pownell Select Board Meeting, June 8th, 2023 at 6 PM. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Board member roll call.
Angie Rawling.
Amy Percy.
Mike Gardner. At this time, I'd like to ask Jamie to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, which is new.
I pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Jamie. Approval of the agenda, and before we approve the agenda, there's, I'd like to add an executive after the one we have on here for contractual for the land purchase. I also would like to add, and I don't know where we should add it, but I'd like to add a health officer and a zoning administrator report every meeting. Sometimes it's not gonna be, we're not gonna have anything, but this week I do have a couple of things I'd like to bring up.
I would put it with 11. Because we're kind of discussing those positions anyways.
Okay, perfect. 11A and B, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Good idea. We'll do 11A as the health officer and B is the zoning. They'll both be really quick tonight. I just wanna bring everyone up to date about some things I've been working on in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Public comment, approval of minutes, correspondence, or warrants, sorry. Correspondence, excess weight permits, constable questions, proposal of combining specific appointed and stipend positions, discussion continued with the health officer report and zoning report in there. Video recording policy, public comment, executive contractual, and that's for the sheriff's department. Executive land purchase, which is also contractual, public comment, and adjourn.
So moved with the changes.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Perfect. I'd like to open up public comment. Okay, approval of minutes. May 25th, 2023.
So moved.
Second.
Any corrections, additions, changes? All those in favor?
Aye.
Warrants, accounts payable, June 2nd, 2023, $41,711.91.
So moved.
Moved. Oops, second.
Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Accounts payable, June 9th, 2023, $14,395.47.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Payroll, June 2nd, 2023, $10,864.72.
So moved. You're in that one.
I'm in this one, but you know what?
We just approve it next time.
Yeah, we can just approve this next time, so we'll table that one.
Table June 2nd.
Table June 2nd until the next meeting.
Unless Bob hops in.
Right, and then we can come back to it.
Yep.
Good idea, Ange. Payroll, June 9th, $10,050, and is that 36 or 86?
36.
36, that's what I thought, 36 cents.
So moved.
Second.
Wanted to be accurate, didn't want to be off by 50
I'm
cents.
sloppy handwriting because I'm so used to typing.
Any, any questions or corrections? All those in favor?
Aye.
Correspondence,
We don't have any tonight.
perfect. Excess weight permits, I saw one here. Which is AmeriGas, is that right?
Yeah.
And it's a fleet permit. Joel has signed off on this. It's your pleasure.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Constable questions.
So it occurred to me that we never really announced publicly what Eddie's roles and responsibilities are in the town, and we've gotten a few phone calls as of late.
Okay.
So I was thinking it'd be good just to announce that Eddie is for now considered mostly a +1, going with our health officer, our animal control officer, zoning administrator, to sort of be as a +1 with them, wear the video cam. He has been out with Leonard once already. He is not available to contact directly by cell phone. He mainly only goes out at the request of the select board. So my only question is, and Eddie has this question as well, is can he, do civil service as far as serve paperwork, for example, for an eviction?
That's part of the
I
statute.
think that's part of his state statute,
That's part of
right?
the state statute.
And
We
if we,
just wanted to make sure, like, because we were very clear, like, you have to get it from the select board, so he just requested.
and if we
Clarify.
had something registered at our request, have them serve it all.
Yeah, but that would be at our request.
Right.
I think to cover the situation, because so they don't have to do this every time one little thing comes up. I think that we should just approve him to carry out his duties as the state statute allows for what he's qualified for.
I'm gonna say, as long as he's qualified
Right.
for it.
Right.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's,
Civil service.
as a civil service or whatever, those kinds of things, so that he doesn't have to come to us every time one little thing pops up.
And he
that
is familiar with the process, so if he's comfortable providing his phone number for that stuff, then I will, start doing that for the
Okay.
public. But I'll just touch base with him tomorrow and go from there. I know he, absolutely wants to help in every way that he can, so I think he'll be gladly
We're
do that.
definitely eager to learn.
Yeah. he's-
Yeah, and I don't wanna limit him to what he can do,
Right.
statutorily. Let's let him go with what he can and what he's qualified to do.
And then I think it would be helpful if you put the statute on our webpage so that the residents will know what is in the state statute and what he is allowed to do.
Statute of duties.
Yeah. That way, they don't think that they can contact him for, I don't know, whatever, that
Right,
he's not allowed to do because he doesn't have training.
yeah. Yeah, and I can add a whole, constable contact section on our website, because I haven't
With his-
done that yet.
With his email and stuff.
Because we were kind of still establishing all that, and I did get the
Right.
name tags made. I ordered lanyards with some plastic holders, so
Nice,
those come on. Get those to everybody.
okay.
Right, thank you.
That's it for,
That's it on the constable? Okay. Proposal of combining specific appointed and stipend positions, discussion continued.
So did you get a hold of TL or VLCT?
yep, but they said there was no issue in combining the positions, that it's absolutely okay to do that as long as it's still recommended by the state. It's still state appointed, as a health officer.
That was my only
They agree
concern,
that there is a lot of
basically.
overlap.
Okay, good.
And then the only other piece was like the minute taking, there was some questioning on whether that could be combined with it. And like Hannah was saying, like she's able to do that pretty well, keep minutes, and interact with the boards. But also, I'm not sure that we'll be able to get someone to do that minute taking piece and only that minute taking piece. That's where my concern is with that.
Years ago, we
It has-
used to have one person that went to zoning and DRB
both.
and did both of them, but that was years ago.
We certainly could,
Try.
right, we certainly could send out
Do an RFI or
RFP
Yeah.
or,
Trying to find somebody
For that position. somebody looking for part-time.
I guess we could check with Indeed.com or whatever.
And it,
Kidding,
yeah, 'cause it's, I mean, it would be super part-time.
right.
Well, yeah. and-
I think it was 12 hours, wasn't it? If you remember.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I think that the hours would vary, but I don't think we could guarantee any hours.
No, but I
because-
think it was up to 12, like 10 to 12 hours or 5 to 12 hours. I remember 12 for some reason.
Yeah, I just don't think we could guarantee any hours. I mean,
Right.
I know you had a
I mean, meetings can
DRB
go
meeting last
forever.
night that was,
Pretty long.
No, it's not last,
Oh, it was 4 minutes.
yeah, it's 4 minutes.
Planning can go really long, and then sometimes you might have a public hearing, and then sometimes you might not. You might only
Right.
have one meeting in the
Right.
month.
Right.
It really just depends. But we can,
We can certainly
keep thinking about it and then bring it back, cause I'd love to hear Bob's thoughts. I think Bob's, maybe out of the country, out of town, out of touch, so.
Yeah, that could be.
I haven't heard any feedback, and I would like his feedback on it too.
Oh, absolutely.
And Brian's.
And I think so the zoning, my zoning position is up in August, I think.
We have till about August. And
So we have a little time to figure this out.
it really don't want to be a waste of time and the money of putting the health officer job out there. So for now, just trying to.
And I'm comfortable doing it right now as it is.
But it would be great if there was somebody out there that would be interested to let us know.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
If they would be interested in that kind of position.
Yeah.
Well,
Like send a quick email or something to Tara.
should we do an RFP or put something out there in July, since it's up in August? So if there's other people that are interested, then
Yeah, in July.
give us,
I think
they'll
that's
give
right.
us,
Because
We have another, how many?
meeting in June, right? We have one more meeting, 2 more? So we have a little bit of time.
Yeah, let's see how many we have.
There's one
No, we have one June 22nd
and another one in
in
July.
July.
and then, yeah, the 6th and the 20th of July. And I think the zoning position's up at the end of August.
Yeah.
So if we put something out, say, the 14th of July, so we have at least one meeting in between there to figure that out.
Yeah.
And just,
No, I think putting a RFP together is good as well.
I'll start working on that.
Is that all you have on the stipend positions?
Yeah, other than your,
Yeah, I just want to do a quick, I think they should be done every week anyway, so that people know what's going on in town. You know, every board meeting. And like I said, some weeks I'm not gonna have a report right now, and some weeks I am. This week I do. Just want to bring people up to speed. I know there's a lot of questions about different things that are going on. One of the things that I want to talk about that I've been working on this week, as far as the health officer goes, is the water situation at Delta Gardens. I know that was in the paper, or I believe it was in the paper. I don't remember the paper, but I know we sent some emails back and forth to Tara and I, and we responded to them. So,
it was Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday.
yeah, I have spoken with a couple of residents down to Pownell Estates. They contacted me. What's today? Today's Thursday, right? Yeah, I think it was Tuesday. I'm pretty sure the first one contacted me on Tuesday. I spoke with her. I spoke with another one on Wednesday. Actually, I think the first one was Monday. No, it doesn't matter. Spoke with another resident down there. They gave me the phone number for the new person in charge who oversees the park. And I called her, the very first day that I got her phone number, which was Tuesday. So the initial call was Monday. I spoke with Jennifer on Tuesday. She's the park. I don't know if she's the manager, but she's the one who's overseeing situations like the water at the park. She informed me that, the pumps were down. They're waiting for parts. The initial call that I got said they had been out of water since Saturday. I've since learned they were out of water since Thursday.
So can I just ask a quick question? When they're out of water like that, do they supply them with drinking water?
So they were supplying them with 2 cases of water, each resident, 2 cases of water every 2 days. The residents down there informed me that it took them approximately a half a case of water to flush a toilet. Now, I've never dumped bottled water into a toilet, so I can't confirm or deny that, but I have to believe what they were telling me.
If I use it that way.
So my conversation with the park man, I'm gonna call her the park manager for lack of knowledge of what she actually does. On Tuesday, I told her that they were in a kind of a situation down there. Let's figure this out. This was Tuesday morning. She did open up and give out some more cases of water on Tuesday to the residents. Now, some of this went through an email chain from the manager to park residents. One of the problems that they're having down there, that I've learned, is some of the residents aren't getting the email because some of the residents are subletting or they're renting their residence from an outside party. It's not direct from Patriot Holdings. Or it's not just the lot. Okay, so another person owns the trailer. They're renting from that person who is in turn renting from Patriot Holdings. So some of the residents are not being informed about what's going on. I think that's no fault of anybody but the person who owns, or people or group or whatever that own that particular trailer and are paying the lot rent. I have learned that. I learned a lot in a couple of days, to be perfectly honest with you, about what's going on down there. Got another call yesterday morning. The water wasn't fixed as was sort of promised on Tuesday to me. So another phone call went to the manager, and I gave her a timeline to get back to me. I gave her about a little over half an hour to get back to me on where they were at with the water situation down there. At that time, I was on my way to the park. I was on my way down to the park to talk with the people or person or whatever that was supposed to be working on the water situation. I passed their truck as I was pulling into the park. So I'm thinking, well, it's either fixed or they're going for parts or they can't, or whatever. At that point, after I gave Jennifer the sort of a timeline to call me back, I did get a phone call back from her within minutes. I will say she was really good about calling me right back. I mean, like within probably less than 10 minutes. She called me, told me that, put me on a conference call with the company who had been in there to fix the pump house and fix the pumps. I was on a conference call with them. They assured me that every pump was up and running, but it was going to take a little while because they had the massive tanks to refill and to refill the entire system underground. So, okay, I got to believe what they're telling me, and what they were telling me was true. They did inform me that it was going to could take, and they had no way to determine how long to clear up the water because of the sediment and everything, because everything was empty, which is fair. I contacted the residents back that I'd been talking to, and actually the two of them happened to be together, so it was really easy. It was only one phone call. Told them what was going on. They called me back a little later in the afternoon. The water was still pretty cloudy, pretty dirty. Pressure wasn't great still. It's not great today, but it even wasn't what they had previous. Since I called back this morning, talked to the residents, their water has cleared up to the point where it was before. The pressure is back to the point where it was before. They are still on a boil order. They're going to be on a boil order. There's no, because of the leaks and whatever else is going on. I ruffled enough feathers, so I got a call from the owner of the park yesterday afternoon. I talked with him at length about the situation and what's going on down there. I think I don't want to put some false hope out there, but I really think that we've gained a little bit of headway with these new owners, and where I, as the health officer at this time, am coming from. Those people need water. Get it fixed. It's that, to that point.
Is this the same park that got the grant for the water system?
It is.
upgrade?
Yep.
Which is coming down the road, but it's gonna take a while.
Well, so right now, the holdup is state permits. That's the holdup right now. I did talk with the owner. I have offered first off as the select board chair and as the health officer. I've offered to find a place for them to hold a meeting with, and this is where I need your input, to hold a meeting with the residents of the park. They're very open to coming up here, Jennifer and Tim, coming to Pownell and having this meeting. And right now, we're tentatively shooting for the first weekend.
How many residents
July.
are in there?
I don't know the total number of residents, Ange.
I was wondering if it's big enough, they could do it here. If it's not big enough,
think it's
have it get to school.
I
Or
would
one of the
go-
firehouses.
I would go week after, only because that's the holiday
They're,
weekend.
they're planning on being in New England, Tim and Jennifer, the first day of July. I think they have some court stuff going on. I know they have some court stuff going on, they told me. So they're planning on being here that weekend. That's still, you're right. I tried to push it off to next weekend.
I will not.
So I thought about doing it and I have a couple other things and I want the board's input. I thought about doing it as a special select board meeting. But I also I have reservations about that because if we do it as a special select board meeting, we take away from the actual problem
Situation.
of who has the problem. The residents of that park have the problem,
Right. it's
not
a
the town of
select board,
Pownell.
That's right.
Okay, so if we do a regular select board meeting, and I'd love to have another representative of the select board with me.
Yep.
But I don't want to have three.
Right.
Or somebody else can go instead of me. I'm fine with that too, but I just think if we have two select board members
To hear.
to hear the people, I think it's gonna go a long way. I think it's gonna go a long way with the park owners. But and if the board decides that we want to do it as a regular board meeting, that's fine, but it opens up the public comment. It opens up just a whole,
No, I think you're on the right track going the other way, with just one or two of us going, well, at least two of us going.
I think two.
I mean, and,
yeah, three, we have to do a board meeting, so. Yeah,
because that does show that that we're paying attention and, but it is not a town issue.
Right.
It's the town peoples that we care about.
right.
Exactly.
Oh, exactly.
So that's the fine line that you're trying to walk, and a lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah, I just, I think it's time the residents of the park were heard by the owners of the park.
I don't know. I'm thinking there's quite a few trailers down there.
I'm thinking
think-
like 50, over 50, right?
Yeah, I think, and I want to do it in a controlled environment. I don't want to do it out on a lawn somewhere.
No,
I'd like
so
to
I'm
do it-
thinking like the school.
Well, I think I can do it at the firehouse
Is the
down
It's
there.
gonna hold 50?
Yeah, I think I can do it at the firehouse and
In the truck bay.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that I can get it through Craig. I haven't even tried yet. I haven't had time today. But that way, if some of the residents don't have transportation,
They can walk.
they can get to the firehouse. That's why I was thinking of the firehouse.
Or even maybe the Legion downstairs.
Yeah, there you go. I could try the Legion, either or. I didn't think of the Legion Legion. That's a good idea.
Because that, I mean, if it's hot out or whatever, be air conditioned or whatever.
I just thought if I held it down there in that
Yeah.
area,
they can get
locality,
to it.
if they don't have transportation, they can carpool two or three of them or whatever very easily, or they could walk up or whatever.
Make it more convenient, yeah.
I'm just trying to make it accessible for everybody who lives down there, one way or another.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm doing that as both the select board chair and the health officer at this time, trying to, okay, we do as a board, we do care about what goes on down there, so. That's kind of where I'm at with the health officer stuff.
So in the meeting, would you be there as the chair or the health officer?
I mean, there's a health officer.
So then two chair people could probably go then, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Absolutely. Yeah. You know, I'll go, I'm gonna go as the health officer.
You're not discussing town business.
Right,
I think we'd be fine.
Yeah.
I just don't want somebody to come back at us and say, oh, yeah, this is a select board meeting, you guys are three of you.
no, if you're sitting there as a chair, that's why I asked that question.
No, I'm gonna
Because I
sit
think
there.
Jamie would like to be there, and I also would like to be there.
And then I think we're fine, because we're not discussing town business.
Right.
Right, you can't
This
make
is-
decisions and you can't discuss.
Right, this is a private entity that we're very interested in
We're
the
there for
residents.
support and information, the
Yes.
same with the residents.
And I think, and I'm fine with that. I just want to be out there and transparent about what's going on down there, because the banner doesn't do us any justice. They, you know, they didn't contact me after they were contacted again. They contacted us initially, and they don't even know the end result about what's going on. You know, I do agree that they were out of water too long. You know, unfortunately, I don't buy it was a weekend. I don't buy they're waiting for parts. I don't buy that kind of stuff, but that's what was.
So I just have a quick question, since they were out of water and they knew that they were gonna be out of water for a few days. Can we suggest that if that happens again, that they have to have porta potties? I can't see that people are using their drinkable water to flush their toilets.
Yeah, that,
I suppose,
just
I mean,
makes
we
it
could probably
crazy.
suggest it.
I mean, I'm just saying the suggestion.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure we could suggest anything.
that or
Right.
water buffalo of some type in.
And
We
for
can
them to
suggest-
get
we can
water
suggest
just for
anything.
flushing
Yeah, for flushing
toilets.
toilets.
Exactly, because I don't think that they should be using drinkable bottled water to be flushing their toilets. Just because it's wasting their water.
Right.
That they might need for drinking and brushing their teeth or whatever.
So that's kind of where we're at. I think we may be on the right track with, I'm hopeful that with a little bit of, forwardness, I guess, from the board, from me, the new owners are gonna say, yeah, we probably gotta pay attention.
Good.
I'm pretty sure that's going on right now, and that's what I wanna push.
Right.
I wanna push these new owners, look at, there's X number of people that live down there, but they're in our town.
Right.
Take care of them.
Exactly.
So that's, that's kind of where I'm at.
Okay.
Any questions? I think you guys,
Not on that thing.
you got a health question? Because I want to move to zoning.
Well, actually, it could be a health question. I noticed that there was an ad for a trailer across from Dollar General and for rent. I didn't know if the health officer cleared that particular piece of property or dwelling, or maybe does the state have to do it after the fire?
I don't think it's for the one that had the
It wasn't
fire.
the one.
Okay.
It was a different one.
Okay,
I saw it as well.
I'm asking the question.
The zoning administrator's got his eyes on what's going on there.
Well, because of the fire, that's why I wasn't sure which direction I should ask that question.
I don't think it's for the one that had the fire.
Okay,
I think it's for the one that's in front of the one that had the fire.
okay.
But the zoning administrator is
The other one's gonna
totally,
be removed first.
which is bringing me into zoning.
Okay.
Because, that's all right, Jamie. No, it's a good question. It's bringing me into the zoning situation because I know there's been a lot of, scuttlebutt about what's going on in the area of Dollar General. Hannah and I, we sent out a notice of violation on, May 2nd. Is that right? Okay. We sent a notice of violation dated May 2nd. 30 days. So, now we're in the process in that timeframe. Hannah's done, some research on the permits from the past that are permitted for those pieces of property. And this is for information to the residents as well as the select board, okay? We're still in that, trying to figure out and make sure we have all of our permits.
Yeah.
Make sure we know what's permitted and what hasn't been permitted, okay? Through the years.
What's been requested and what was.
That's right. So there will be a, fine against, some certain addresses of the places that we have sent out the letters. Because they are still not in compliance as of June 2nd. We just want to do our research. Her and I are working on it. Her more than me this week. I thought I was gonna have time to do it this week, but had a small situation happen, personal, so didn't get the time that I thought I was gonna have this week to work on it.
We didn't have a Bob is training, just so you know.
Okay,
Good, yes.
good. We'll go back to that payroll.
Yeah. Finish what we're,
So I think next week I'm hoping to be able to work with Hannah and go over the permits that have been issued for the certain addresses that we've already sent out the violation notices. And then we'll be able to levy some fines on those addresses because they have not done what they haven't taken care of the violations.
And that's going through the judicial system, right?
That's right. It's going through the judicial system. You know, but we don't want to jump guns.
Right.
We want to make sure that we have everything, you know, all of our
Ducks in a row.
ducks in a row, all of our I's dotted and our T's crossed. So it has taken time. Unfortunately, it's not. And I think this is the right process. I really believe the right process is to research it out, know what we're doing so that when we levy a fine, yes, you are in violation. Yes, you're going to pay the fine.
no what ifs.
That's right. We have everything documented and the whole 9 yards. So unfortunately, it is taking a little longer than what we'd really like, all of us, because I'd like to go in and find them tomorrow, all of them, about what's going on. And there's other ones that are coming. We're just working on them one at a time. Okay? Do you have anything to add on that, Hannah? Because you've been working on it with me pretty hard, so I think I covered everything, right? Stuff we've been talking about.
I was just thinking while you're talking, I'm gonna, since some of our permits were in different spots, I'm gonna check with Julie and see what she has on
Okay,
record too, because I know that she has.
okay, that's a good idea. Yeah. I just want the residents to know that we're not, you know, it seems like we're dragging our feet, but we're really not. We're just trying to be diligent about what we're doing so that it holds up in court when the time comes. You know, we're just trying to be really diligent about this and make sure that everything is the way it's supposed to be. So Bob, we added, and I'm gonna try to add it in every meeting, a health officer report and a zoning report, just so that the residents and the board knows what's going on with those two aspects of the town. And I was just giving a brief synopsis of I already did the health, and the water situation down to Pownell Estates. And, I was just giving a zoning, report on, some of the stuff that Hannah and I have been working on as far as sending out letters of notification that, you know, with 30 days to fix your violation and then, you know, go from there.
Okay, everybody, my apologies for being late. I had a family emergency. I just couldn't get to the computer.
Thank you. I know all about family emergencies this week, Bob. I'm good. I totally understand. We do need, now that you're here, Bob, we do need to, approve, payroll of June 2nd, because I'm in that payroll and there was only 2, voting members. The payroll amount was $10,864.72 for June 2nd.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions, comments? All those in favor?
Angie, I.
Jamie, I.
Bob, aye.
Perfect. Okay.
Thank you.
Abstain.
I'll abstain.
Thank you.
Well, whatever. I don't have to vote, but I'll abstain.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody have any questions on the zoning or the health from the board?
No, thank you for the update.
Good. Moving on to the video recording policy, because I want to get you guys out of here.
So Hannah updated it to include the Facebook Live. And so basically we just needed you to approve or not.
I read it. I think you guys did an awesome job.
It was all, Hannah did that.
Hannah, thank you. A great job.
Thank you.
I approve. Well, I make a motion to approve it and sign it.
Second it.
Any more questions, comments, concerns on the, video recording policy? Good. All those in favor?
Angie, I.
Jamie, I.
Bob, aye.
Mike, aye.
And
Nice job,
Hannah.
Hannah. Yep, excellent. Thank you. Okay, let's go to public comment, Hannah.
They got their hand up.
Not yet.
You can give them a couple minutes.
There's only two in and neither has their hand up yet.
I just want to remind people that next Tuesday, the 13th, from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. is the vote at the Pownell Center Firehouse for the Head Start at the Pownell Elementary issue. Just want to put that out there.
And that vote is just extending an already existing lease, so everyone knows.
And for those people who don't know, they have a new building proposal for, taking the old building down, putting a new building up. No other public comment? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to enter into executive for contractual with the sheriff's department.
So moved.
Second it.
All those in favor?
Angie, I.
Jamie, I.
Bob, aye.
Mike, aye. All good? I'll entertain a motion to, come out of executive for contractual with the sheriff's department.
So moved.
Second it.
Any questions? All those in favor?
Angie, I.
Jamie, I.
Bob, aye.
Mike, aye. There'll be no action taken at this time. We are going to revisit, this contract on our next meeting, which is June 22nd. I'll entertain a motion to enter into executive contractual for the land purchase
So
of the
moved.
Boyce property.
Second it.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Angie, I.
Jamie, I.
Bob, aye.
Mike, aye.
Something like that.
All good? I'll entertain a motion to come out of executive contractual for the land purchase.
So moved.
Second it.
All those in favor?
Angie, I.
Jamie, I.
Bob, aye.
Mike, aye.
Make a motion to sign the assignment is good for, do you want to read it? Or you want me to read it?
I'll read it, whatever you want to. It's the assignment of ownership.
Ownership of the,
For good and valuable consideration hereby assigns to the town of Pownell all of its rights, title, and interest. Purchase and sale agreement dated November 4th as amended by addendum January 26th. Attached as exhibits A and B between the town of Pownell buyer Gordon Boyce and Deborah Boyce as the sellers for premises situated in the town of Pownell. Same premises conveyed to the sellers by deed of Robert Barlow and Barbara Barlow dated July 15th, 2009, and recorded with the Pownell Land Records in Book 153, page 154, and containing approximately 301 acres, parcel ID 024-19, span number 495-156-10099.
so moved to sign the agreement.
Second it.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Angie, I.
Jamie, I.
Bob, aye.
Mike, aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll sign that after, that's fine.
I get tongue tied when I.
Yeah, it's all right. Any public comment, Hannah?
No hands. Oh, wait, Jim does have hand up. You can go ahead, Jim.
Hi there, Jim Kosis. Hey, I guess I'm just surprised because all of this kind of just got added to the agenda tonight. So does this mean that the town is buying a piece of property? And if so, is there a purchase price that is available now?
This is the same piece of property we've been talking about, Jim, the town is technically not buying the property. It's coming through a grant through the, Vermont Housing Commission Board.
Okay, no, that's all I wanted to hear. I mean, unfortunately, tonight was the first time you kind of said, public session for the purchase of land. Everything has always been before, just contractual, but you just made total sense right there, and I thank you very much.
Well, that's, I'll be honest with you, Jim, your emails earlier this afternoon, back and forth, made some sense about when we can, explain or come out for what the executive is for. I think you're absolutely correct. It's like the first one that we had was for the sheriff's department contract. We can't obviously discuss the contract and that stuff in open session, but I think you're absolutely correct that we probably can bring out what the contractual or, those type of things. I think if we go into a personnel issue, then I don't think we can, 95% of the time, probably we can't get into what the personnel, who the person is.
I totally disagree. And tonight, just knowing contractual for the sheriffs, everyone knows that it now is for the agreement for next year, and contractual for this property, for the purchase now knows what you're doing. So I think it's great. I really appreciate it. We're moving forward.
We're trying.
Yep. No, I give you guys a lot of credit. You guys are doing great. So.
Any other public comment, Hannah? Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
What was that?
I want to take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second,
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Angie, I.
Jamie, I.
Bye-bye.
Mike, aye. Thank you, everyone, for attending.
Thanks a lot, everybody.
Have a good night, Bob.